Dear Diary, yesterday was a great day. I woke up at 6 o'clock to go take my driver's test for driver's ed. Huh, huh, huh. I can't wait to get my license and start to cruise. Passed the test by 1 point. The stupid driving instruction lady originally told me when I stopped the car, quote, "Unfortunately, you didn't pass." But then she actually added up my points and realized that I got 15 points deducted, not 16, so I passed. Holy skipper! And I had to go to work. Business was so shut down because our product is a piece of crap. My boss made me leave around 1, although I was supposed to stay there all day. He told me to come back at 5. So that means I had about 3 hours to do nothing. What was I gonna do? I decided to see the new romantic indie comedy starring the kid from Angels in the Outfield. Ah! 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 New favorite movie of the year! OMG, Uncle Bradley. No, I like The Proposal. I like He's Just Not That Into You and a lot of other romantic comedies. I've explained before in my videos how I like romantic comedies. I don't like how it doesn't, like critics think, it doesn't matter like how well written or whatever they are. If like the couple gets together in the end, the movie sucks. And yeah, romantic comedies are just naturally cliched, and I've accepted that, and I usually like them. This movie is an epic kick in the balls to every romantic comedy cliche, and makes the movie that I just listed look so bad because it proves how good they can actually be, are creative. This movie has loads of originality and is one of the most refreshing and just enjoyable films I have seen in a long time. Definitely really ambitious, it takes big risks, and I really do think they all paid off. I think some people are gonna find some of it a little weird, some of it is a little strange. I enjoyed about 100% of it. There's dance numbers, there's a split screen scene where it's like one side is expectations for a party and one side is reality, and stuff like that. It's just really, really clever, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt gives an excellent performance. After I saw it, I was thinking about it. I'm pretty sure he's in like every single scene. And he carries the film well. You always remember him as Roger from Angels in the Outfield, the little boy. I just saw an angel in my coffee cup. You know, this movie proves that he's a star. You know, he's not the little twerp that wanted to get adopted anymore. Zooey Deschanel has a really interesting character, not necessarily likable, not necessarily unlikable. I think some people are gonna like her, some people are gonna hate her. And that's the beauty of this film. It's a comedy, but I don't really want to call it a romantic comedy because it's so much better than that sounds. Technically it is a romantic comedy, but I just don't really feel comfortable calling it because it's so much better than that. Some of it is very hilarious, but it's got some really satisfying drama too. Now, if I'm gonna say a flaw, there was one joke in particular that I kind of rolled my eyes, because this movie is not like your typical like humor that we are used to in all these juvenile comedies, you know, gross out body gags and all this stuff. But there was just one joke that kind of went into that territory, and I just thought this film was beyond that, and I was just kind of like, it was like 1 second, it was just a line, but it could have been out of there. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character has 2 friends, and they're really hilarious. I thought maybe they could be in there a little more. Because Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character was so likable, and this is just such an enjoyable movie. If you don't enjoy it, I don't know what's wrong with you. This is a movie that I can picture, and I think it deserves nominated for Best Picture. And it's not like this artsy, like Oscar-like film. You know, it's an enjoyable comedy, but it has the value of winning that award. It really does. And it seems like critics agree with me. And it already has buzz. You know, now that we're going to have 10 nominations, I think it would be a crime for this movie not being nominated, because of how well written it is. Seriously, some of the stuff that they came up in this movie is some of the most original things I've ever seen. It's just like this year's Juno. Except it's not about a pregnant chick, and it's a lot better. Now, I haven't seen very many romantic comedies with a complex structure. This movie jumps from like all over the 500 days, and that may be like what I like most about the movie. It's like a freaking mind game, how complex it is, and not just like with the plot that's complex, but even like emotionally complex. If you think about the ending, what happened to the characters, you know, it's great. I thought this was a fantastic movie. I loved it. You know, this once again proves how much Hollywood sucks and how we get the best movies out of little indie films that are in 50 theaters. Overall, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I have to give this a 10 out of 10. It's my new number one of 2009, like I said. We're not even in Oscar season yet. We've seen some really great movies. 500 Days of Summer, Moon, The Hurt Locker, but definitely see this movie, although it might be hard to find. Although I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, a lot of good movies come to the theater we got downtown with 14 screens, which is awesome. This movie was freaking excellent. Go see it!